Monday, May 20th meeting of the Zoning Board of Appeals. Let's call the meeting to order. Our first item of business is approval of minutes from April. Everybody had a chance to look at it, I presume?
Yes.
I got a motion to approve.
Minutes.
Second?
What was the
I'll
motion?
move it.
Oh, I thought you did it.
So Marie moved.
I'll second.
All right, second there. All those in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Okay. One matter this evening. Any questions on that? All right. We're good to go. Let's take a 25-minute recess. We get up front at 7 o'clock.
Do you want to table the?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's right, we should do that officially, I'm sorry. Applications, gotcha. It's actually out of order in our agenda. Yeah, so I guess we need a motion to table, because we can't go further, right, until seeker's been
Right,
determined.
the planning board still has to make their secret determination, so we can't really do anything.
I'll move the wait table.
I'll second. I have a motion to adjourn in a second. All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
To table.
Okay. To table, right. So it'll be tabled until next month. Anything else, Andy? No? Okay, we'll stand adjourned until 7 o'clock. Back at the front.
Good evening, everyone, and welcome to a regularly scheduled meeting of the Penfield Zoning Board of Appeals. Tonight's meeting is going to take place in two parts. We'll first have the public hearing. We'll ask the applicant to come up to the podium there and give us name and address, and then explain to the board why the relief requested should be granted. Once the public hearing is adjourned, we'll take, well, actually, tonight we're not going to. We usually take a recess, but we're not going tonight. We only have one application. So we're going to move right to the deliberation on tonight's application. Members of the public are welcome both at the public hearings and the board deliberations, although typically board deliberations is a time period reserved for conversations amongst board members with staff, and sometimes our council. Again, short agenda tonight, just the one item, so we'll move it right along without taking a recess. I do want to point out, though, as we do every month, that we think the town does a really good job of notifying people, citizens of applications which are being heard, so the citizens can come in and speak about them if they choose to do so. The town does that by having the applicant post signs near the location, by mailing postcards to neighbors that live in the area of the application, and posting the agenda on the website and here at the town hall as well. As I said, we think it does a good job informing people of their rights and getting them in here to speak about this. So, having said that, I'd ask everyone to rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. The first and only application tonight, Andy.
Kevin Shoemaker, American Promotional Events, 4003 Helton Drive, Florence, Alabama, 35630, requests a recommendation of approval for the issuance of an itinerant vendor license under section 162-6-E1B and section 162-E2 of the code to allow the sales of sparkling devices at 1990 Brant Point Drive. The property is owned by DeMarco Brant Point LLC and is zoned general business. SBL number 093.02-1-25.11, application number 19Z-0023.
Hi.
Good evening. My name is Kevin Shoemaker. My personal residence is 3520 Viewpoint Drive in Macedon, but as has already been pointed out, looking at the application for the location at 1990 Brant Drive, or Brant Point, excuse me. Here this evening to discuss the application for the temporary tent sale. I'm representing American Promotional Events, TNT Fireworks, largest consumer fireworks company in the nation, coordinating over 7,000 tent sales, tent locations in the 2-week period leading up to July 4th, selling New York legal sparklers and sparkling devices. So allow me to give you some of the specifics of the program and what I'd be doing there. Dates of the sale from June 21st through July 5th. The tent would be erected prior to that date and dismantled very shortly after. We do abide by all the state laws requiring positive identification for the purchasing of the product. Law states that an individual must be 18 years of age to purchase, both to sell and to buy. We provide product and premises liability insurance for the property owner and those of us in the group running the tent. We can also do this for the town if necessary. New York State fireworks sales permits certificate of authority for sales tax, and will be on-site displayed at all times. We'll also have a 10-pound fire extinguisher, 2 water cans on site per NFPA 1124 guidelines. We'll be over 50 feet away from all gas pumps, also in accordance with NFPA 1124. Safety is certainly our top priority. We'll work with the town, fire, zoning, building, police departments. We make sure they're aware of our setup, guarantee we meet all the needs and the expectations that they have. TNT has carefully considered where the placement of the tent will be. Again, we want to be sure the location is conducive to the commitment to safety as well. So as you see on the site plan, which I do, it's pretty small there. I do have extra copies if you'd like to see that. And so just, I'm here this evening for your permission to move forward in the permitting process and to ask that you consider this request in a relatively hasty manner, as we're almost exactly a month away from the potential start date. So I welcome any questions that you might have.
Thanks for coming this evening.
Absolutely.
And thanks for your presentation.
Sure.
So I have some questions, easy ones first. What's the size of the tent?
Tent is a 20-foot by 40-foot tent.
How do you keep that secure at night?
You are looking at the security officer, security staff as well. This is my 3rd year running a tent. This is a 3rd different location. Worked in Williamson 2 years ago, Ontario last year, and then looking for Webster this year. Sleep there overnight.
Really, on site?
On site. Yep. So there is guaranteed to be a body on site 24/7 through the entire process.
Does it lock at all, the tent?
It does not lock. There are, at night, all the sides are completely dropped, so the entire tent is enclosed.
Okay.
You know, as far as the ability to secure, bungee cords, just keeping everything tight, then I'm inside.
And then during the day, is there music planned or playing?
No, I mean, planned? No. Personal? Occasionally.
Okay. So no speaker system or
No.
anything like that? Okay. And then you said you were enforcing the age. You're going to be strict
Yeah,
about
absolutely.
that.
And we also have signage, too, that will be posted in the tent as well.
What about any traffic implications for this tent? Is there anything, I went out to the site, but is there any way you think traffic might be impeded by the placement of this tent?
With it being in that southwest corner of the Walmart parking lot, it is well away from the immediate traffic, up closer to the store itself, and with it being kind of further away from the other businesses there on site as well, I really don't see traffic there, impeding
Okay.
businesses or anything else like that.
So one of the things that does concern me about the application is the amount of signage that you have shown on your proposal.
Sure.
And that's something that I talked to Andy about, and this board does deliberate that actually
Sure.
as well. We have pretty specific guidelines for signage when it comes to standing buildings.
Sure.
But there is an incredible amount of signage here, and I'm just wondering how much is really necessary.
Every last, I honestly don't know. With that, I mean, like any, promotional event and with sales, you want to stand out. And so we are given quite a bit of signage to potentially put out. Is everything, last bit of that needed? No, and within the, I have 2 years of experience going on this one. I have not posted every single sign that has been given to me either in the past, and with working with the town of Ontario last year, they are fairly restrictive in what they allow for signage. And so, there were a number of those signs that I didn't even hang or put out last year as well. So, if you're requesting that I don't put up as much as what's seen in the proposal, I have no problem with that at all.
Okay. Do you still have the place in Ontario?
No.
Oh, okay, so
Nope,
it's just the
one and
site.
only, yep.
Okay. All right, I'll stop right here for now.
Okay.
You gonna have any garbage cans or in that area?
I mean, and anything, just again, from my own experience, I bring in personally my own, make sure the garbage is out of there, personal, and just anything that's accrued during the day, and make sure that that's.
So you just,
in the past couple days.
you take care to clean the area up? I mean, is what you're
100%,
saying.
yes.
I'm just wondering, do you expect lines of people, or is it?
It's a pretty, kind of rifling through process, and about 80% of all the sales occur, honestly, the 3 days leading up to the 4th.
Okay.
And so, it'll get crowded there, leading up to, but I also have a number of family members who will be helping out, who have worked with me in the past.
Yeah, I just, if there are going to be lines, there are a number of restaurants in that area, and you just wonder if people are going to be eating while they're waiting. That's all. Just keep that in mind so we can make sure.
Absolutely. And one of the things that I'm ever aware of is the fact that I can always be asked not to come back.
Right.
And I don't want to have that be an option for you guys.
And then the last thing that I had was, do you have plans for signs other than those on the tent itself, anywhere in the plaza, out near the road, or? Because you're going to be pretty far from the road, from the main road. Correct.
And with the signage kit that we receive as those vendors that run the tent, we do receive a number of the metallic signs like you see for advertising for the school board votes and things like that, that we have available to put around the outside, and at your request or discretion, by the entrances to the plazas is where I'd love to be able to put those on the ground if that's something that's acceptable or within what those ordinances are.
Okay. All right. Any other than the signage, any planned advertising for this?
Other than just personal, throwing out there on social media.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right.
You're going to be going till late in the evening. Any portable generators on site, things like that running, or where are you getting your power for lights?
Yeah, portable generators. We'll have, I plan on going probably till, maybe about 9 o'clock. That's what I found to be where people start to not make it worth my time to be hanging out much longer with that.
It'll still be light out during that time
And
period, too.
to a certain extent, yeah, and a lot of that, so it won't be using that generator very much at all.
Okay.
Anything else?
I don't have anything.
Okay. Well, there's no one here. Well, our council. Anybody in the audience care to speak about this? He's saying no. All right. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
All right, that public hearing then is adjourned. We, as I said, ordinarily take a recess, but we're not going to tonight. We'll just get right to the debate on this application.
Okay, so for the purposes of seeker, I'd like to move that this is an unlisted action, a negative declaration requiring no further action.
Second.
Okay, we have a motion under seeker to declare this an unlisted action and further to declare a negative declaration under that statute. And we have a second. Any further discussion on that? All right, all those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, then I'll make a motion to grant an itinerant vendor license to this application, to this applicant. I don't feel that the proposed use will create any excessive noise. You're not going to detonate, you're not going to set off anything, right? Okay, good. And it should not create a problem on site. I don't think it will have any impact on traffic pattern, given where it's located in the plaza. Again, no detrimental effects to the adjacent property either, again, given where it's located. And I am hearing from the applicant that you will take absolutely every safety precaution required by New York State. But where I would like to have some conditions is on the signage. I think we should discuss that.
Okay.
What are you thinking?
Well, I mean, in keeping with our policy, and given where the setting is located, I understand the need to be visible from at least 3 sides, if not 4, but I don't see the need for the bunting, the flag signage. I think the American flag is fine, but there's some signage on in the form of a flag, and I don't think that's required. I don't think a payment, what forms of payment they take, most people know that you're going to accept credit cards. I also am questioning whether there really needs to be signage around the water barrel, a water barrel located there.
So you want to limit where the signage is placed?
I think so, yes.
Do we even know where those signs are going, that list on the right-hand side?
Well, it says that the water barrel is wrapped in bunting. They have 2 signs out by the road. Some of the payment information placed on the high traffic side of the tent. And I understand that it's a very small sales period. I get that. It's just that, we also wanted to keep with the harmony of Baytown and also what we've established there.
Yeah, I'm sorry if you had it. I don't see the TNTs seem to be a little bit excessive. The wrap on the water, I don't think you need that. Marie raises a good point, but let me ask you, the payment, do a lot of people inquire when they come in or hope to pay with credit as opposed to cash? Is that an issue?
Not too many people do ask.
Okay.
I can argue that that's because there's a sign up front, but probably,
Yeah, okay.
probably not. No, and inside the tent, we've got some signage inside that points to the fact that credit cards are accepted as well.
Okay.
I have yet in my 2 years, the water barrels that are used as weights, those have been actually pre-wrapped. Not.
Oh, I'm sorry. They're telling us you need to use
I
them.
apologize.
No, that's my fault.
The water barrels, the tent rental companies actually have a pre-wrap that they already put on that, so that's not TNT signage.
Okay.
It's just kind of stars
Is that
around it.
inside or outside the tent?
Those are outside, just as weights to secure the tent.
Okay. Okay.
But I did hear you mention the bunting around the whole outside, the TNT, just so you know what that is. That's, while it's exposed, that comes from the tables that are surrounding.
Oh,
And so a lot of the extra product is stored underneath the table, so that bunting
Kind of covers it.
covers the product
I see.
that's
Okay.
stored, the excess product that's stored under there.
Okay. Good to know.
How long is, like that bunting that shows there, how long is the tent again? The linear,
40,
40 feet?
yeah. 20 by 40, yeah.
Okay.
What do you think about, to the board, the TNT fireworks sign on every side of the tent and the TNT strip that you're talking about that conceals the inventory?
The bunting, yeah.
But that would be it.
Yeah, I think something on each side is necessary in that plaza. You're going to have people, we've dealt with the liquor store owner, and they want, so I don't have a problem with that. What exactly it is, I'll defer to you on that. That's what you just suggested is fine by me.
Okay. Is everyone comfortable with that stipulation then? That you can have the bunting that hides the inventory, you can have the TNT firework, that long parallel on every side of the tent, and it's necessary for traffic identification purposes, but no up to 50% off, no TNT flags or bunting, the blue and red banner, those triangles. I call that bunting.
Oh, okay. Okay. And again, I will obviously defer. Some of those flags, we are required to keep a safe, and I forget exactly what the feet are, but so that no one will park close. So we use that. I have used that in the past, coming off of the tent out to a staked location, just to make sure that it falls in the required safety distance of where parking can be. I can do that in another manner, and that's fine.
Okay, I think that would be fine, to
That'd be
do it in
okay?
another matter, as long as...
Okay, sure.
Okay,
Yep.
right.
And then what about, Andy, what about the signs out near the road? Do we,
Yeah, typically, we don't allow off-site signage. Temporary signage is limited to the property itself.
I mean, I think Baytown is an unusual case, though, and I can see the need for at least the fireworks arrow, right? But, so we have any authority over that?
Well, like I said, typically our policy is when there's these types of events, we limit the directional signage, I guess, to the property itself.
Okay.
And we definitely do not allow any signs in the right-of-way.
Okay. Any thoughts about that?
well, I heard him say typically a couple of times, so that to me is a little bit of wiggle room there. But I'm not sure when you say the property, I mean, there are different lots there. So when you are saying the property, what are you talking about?
Well, it would be the Baytown, or the Walmart parcel.
So if there were a directional sign right at Brant Point, under that big pylon sign that said fireworks left, that would be probably Chili's.
Right.
Yeah, but we have the authority to approve that sign that I just described if we wanted to? Yeah. I'll take that as a yes. I mean, who's gonna file an Article
I
78?
think he's still looking.
Yeah. Okay, well,
Which wouldn't be heard.
I would suggest a directional sign at the entrances.
I think that's a good idea.
One there on Creek, one at the main entrance, and one at Brant Point.
Right, and just
would
a
agree.
directional sign, no other
Yep,
signage.
that's
I mean,
fine.
honestly, what's the sense of approving this if
no one's
it's
gonna
not
get
going to
there.
be successful?
Right.
Right.
And we want safety. We don't want people saying, where the heck are the fireworks, and driving around that plaza, so I'm good with that and everything you said.
And
Marie.
everyone's comfortable with the sign package as
That's
we
fine.
talked? Okay, great.
Yes.
So I think I'm finished.
Did we get a second? I will second that. All right, so we have a motion to approve with the conditions regarding signage and a second. Any further discussion? All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, well, good luck.
Good luck with it.
Thank you very much.
And that was the first and last application tonight, so we will stand in recess until our meeting in June. Thank you very much. Have a good night.
Thank you.